If you have ever visited a Norwegian home, you know the experience is different. You take off your shoes at the door without being asked. You see candles lit everywhere, even in the middle of summer. You notice the family owns two houses, one in the city and one in the mountains, and they act like this is completely normal. Norwegian home life follows rules that the rest of the world finds baffling. This video is about 10 things about Norwegian homes and lifestyle that confuse foreigners. And honestly, even Norwegians sometimes forget how unusual their traditions are. Number 10. Shoes off at the door. No exceptions. In many countries, taking off shoes indoors is optional. In Norway, it is mandatory. The moment you step inside a Norwegian home, your shoes come off. Nobody will ask you. It is simply expected. This applies to everyone. Guests, delivery workers, repairmen. The tradition makes practical sense in a country where you might track in snow, mud, or rain for most of the year. But Norwegians maintain this rule even in summer, even at parties, even when the host is wearing nice clothes and you feel awkward standing in your socks. Indoor shoes called toffler are common in many homes, but going barefoot or in socks is perfectly acceptable. Number 9. Candles everywhere, all year round. Norwegians burn more candles per person than any other nation in the world. This is not an exaggeration. Statistics show that Norwegians light candles constantly, not just during winter or special occasions, but throughout the entire year. A typical Norwegian home might have candles burning in every room during an ordinary Tuesday evening. The tradition connects to koselig, the Norwegian concept of coziness that involves creating warm, intimate atmospheres. During the dark winter months, when sunlight disappears for weeks, candles provide psychological comfort. But the habit persists even in summer, when the sun never sets. Foreigners find it strange to see candles burning at 3 in the afternoon on a bright June day. Number 8. The hit obsession. Norwegians do not just vacation. They escape to their hit. A hit is a cabin, usually located in the mountains or by the coast, far from everything. Norway has over 450,000 cabins for a population of just 5.5 million people. That means roughly one cabin for every 12 people. Up to 40% of Norwegian households have access to a hit either owned or shared through family. The traditional hit is deliberately simple. No television, limited electricity, sometimes no running water. The outhouse might be 50 meters from the cabin. Foreigners cannot understand why wealthy Norwegians would spend their weekends in primitive conditions. But that is exactly the point. The hit represents escape from modern life, reconnection with nature, and quality time with family. Norwegians pass their hitter down through generations, and inheriting a family cabin can be more valuable than inheriting money. If you are enjoying this video about Norwegian home culture, hit that subscribe button. We explore Norwegian traditions and lifestyle every week. Number 7. Babies sleeping outside in freezing temperatures. This tradition shocks foreigners more than almost anything else. In Norway, parents routinely put their babies outside to nap, even in winter, even when temperatures drop to -10 or -15 degrees Celsius. Walk through Oslo in January and you will see rows of strollers parked outside cafes and apartment buildings with babies sleeping peacefully inside. Research shows that 95% of parents in Nordic countries follow this practice. The babies are bundled warmly in sleeping bags and wool, and parents monitor them with baby monitors or regular checks. Studies indicate that babies who nap outdoors sleep longer and more soundly than those who nap inside. Indoor naps average 1 to 2 hours. Outdoor naps can last up to 3 hours. Norwegians believe fresh air strengthens the immune system and promotes better health. When a Norwegian woman was arrested in New York in 1997 for leaving her baby outside a restaurant, she was genuinely confused. She was simply following normal Norwegian practice. Number 6. Dugnad. Mandatory volunteering. If you live in a Norwegian apartment building or housing cooperative, you will eventually receive a notice about Dugnad. Dugnad is a uniquely Norwegian concept that means voluntary communal work for the benefit of the community. Except it is not really voluntary. The expectation to participate is extremely strong. During Dugnad, neighbors gather to clean common areas, paint fences, rake leaves, repair playground equipment, and maintain shared facilities. The tradition dates back to the Viking Age when communities depended on collective effort to survive. Today, Dugnad takes place in neighborhoods, schools, sports clubs, and organizations throughout Norway. Participation is technically optional, but skipping Dugnad repeatedly will damage your reputation among neighbors. Some housing cooperatives even charge fees to residents who do not participate. Dugnad was voted Norway's national word in 2004. Foreigners often find the social pressure confusing, but Norwegians see it as simply doing your part for the community. Number 5. Windows without curtains. Norwegians have a complicated relationship with curtains. Many Norwegian homes have large windows with minimal or no curtains, especially in living rooms and kitchens. This means anyone walking by can see directly into the home. Foreigners find this lack of privacy alarming. In other countries, curtains serve as barriers between private and public life. In Norway, the openness reflects cultural values of transparency and equality. Norwegians generally trust their neighbors and do not feel the need to hide their home life. The tradition also connects to maximizing natural light during the dark winter months, when every bit of sunlight matters. During summer, when a midnight sun keeps the sky bright all night, you might see blackout curtains in bedrooms. But in common areas, Norwegians seem comfortable being visible to the outside world. Number 4. The cold bedroom obsession. Norwegians prefer sleeping in cold bedrooms. Many keep their bedroom windows open year-round, even in winter. The ideal sleeping temperature for most Norwegians is significantly colder than what people from other countries would consider comfortable. This connects to the fresh air philosophy that extends to outdoor baby napping. Norwegians believe that cold air promotes better sleep and better health. The common saying in Norway is that there is no bad weather, only bad clothing. The same philosophy applies to sleeping conditions. If you are cold, add more blankets, but keep the air fresh and cool. Visitors to Norwegian homes often find themselves freezing in guest bedrooms, while their hosts sleep comfortably down the hall. Drop a comment below. Would you sleep with your windows open in winter? We want to hear your thoughts. Number 3. Mat pack culture extends to the home. The mat pack or pack lunch is a fundamental part of Norwegian life. Children bring mat pack to school. Adults bring mat pack to work. But the mat pack philosophy extends beyond packed lunches to overall food culture in Norwegian homes. Norwegian meals tend to be simple, practical, and unfussy. Breakfast is often open-faced sandwiches with cheese, meat, or fish spread. Dinner might be straightforward dishes without elaborate preparation. Snacking between meals is discouraged. This practical approach to food confuses visitors from cultures where meals are social events with multiple courses and hours of preparation. Norwegians eat to fuel their bodies efficiently, then get back to hiking, skiing, or other outdoor activities. The kitchen in a Norwegian home is functional, not necessarily a showpiece for elaborate cooking. Number 2. Koselig is a lifestyle, not just a word. Koselig is a Norwegian equivalent of the Danish hygge, but Norwegians insist their version is different. Koselig describes a feeling of warmth, comfort, contentment, and togetherness. Creating a Koselig atmosphere is a serious priority in Norwegian homes. This means candles, blankets, warm drinks, simple food shared with loved ones, and unplugging from electronic devices. Norwegians practice Koselig year-round, but it becomes especially important during the dark winter months. The concept reflects a philosophical approach to surviving long winters by creating pockets of warmth and connection. Norwegians completely unplug during Koselig time. Work emails wait until morning. Responsibilities pause. The focus shifts entirely to being present with family and friends in a warm, cozy environment. Foreigners often try to recreate Koselig by buying the right products, but Norwegians will tell you that Koselig cannot be purchased. It must be created through intention and presence. Number 1. Everything closes on Sundays. Norwegian shopping laws mean that most stores are closed on Sundays. Foreigners accustomed to 24-hour availability find this incredibly frustrating. Need groceries on Sunday? Too bad. Most supermarkets are closed or have extremely limited hours. Want to buy furniture or clothes? Wait until Monday. This reflects Norwegian values that prioritize rest, family time, and work-life balance over constant consumption. Sundays in Norway are for cabin trips, family dinners, outdoor activities, and relaxation. The philosophy extends to workplaces, where Norwegians rarely respond to emails outside business hours. The boundary between work and personal life is strong. Visitors from countries where stores never close and work emails arrive at midnight often feel initially frustrated by Norwegian Sunday closures. But the tradition reflects a broader cultural commitment to quality of life over productivity. These 10 aspects of Norwegian home life share something important. They all prioritize well-being over convenience, community over individualism, and nature over technology. Norwegian homes are not just buildings. They are expressions of cultural values that have developed over centuries in one of the world's most challenging climates. The outside world might be confused by outdoor baby napping and mandatory volunteering, and empty stores on Sundays. But for Norwegians, these traditions represent a carefully constructed approach to living well in a land of dark winters and magnificent nature. Thank you for watching. If you found this video interesting, hit the like button. Subscribe to Norway Nostalgia for more videos about Norwegian culture and traditions. And leave a comment telling us which Norwegian home tradition surprised you the most. Ha det bra!